So this project is in process. This is where the retaining wall is going to be eventually, with a drain system behind it. However, you can see there's quite a bit of a mud. It's been pouring down rain, and so today we had to get a bunch of quarry spalls in here just so we can actually build the wall on it. There's a good 2 feet of mud right there. So we're deciding right now with the contractor to see if we're gonna take care of this or the concrete guys will, but for now, this is where we're at. We've cut this back about 5 feet on both sides, and so that would give us a little more space for the driveway. And the blocks will be delivered tomorrow. Get started on the base and get this wall installed. So there's a good chance it's gonna rain tonight, and we don't want all this mud just washing down this driveway. So we put out these straw wattles, hopefully control that, and trying to get as much mud off of this asphalt as we possibly can. Beautiful evening here, and the wall got finished today. Just got to backfill it, put some quarry blast over the top, but started already the backfill process. You can see there, 4 feet tall. That's the highest you can go without having to get it engineered and permitted and things. And then at the bottom here, we got 2 catch basins, one there and one there. So basically the drain on this thing goes 2 ways, all the way down to there, and it hits the perimeter drain of the house, and then it comes down all the way down this wall behind here, hits this catch basin, and then there's a pipe that goes underneath the driveway to that catch basin. That catch basin goes all the way to there, and that will tie into the perimeter drain of the main house and then go out to the stormwater system. So good drainage, and looking pretty good. So a lot of work though still left to do, mainly because all the mud that we had to excavate off the driveway. So we got a ton of mud in the backyard right now. Next week we'll be back here once it's dried up, and we'll get this all graded out and looking nice in the backyard. Got the wall installed up there, but now backyard we got to grade all this out. Bunch of clay and gravel really. So gotta get graded out. It's hard as rock, but we'll get started here with this track loader, and beautiful day here. Today we are tearing out this lawn. It's very, very sloped here, so we're going to turn this from a lawn that is very hard to mow into a flower bed, as well as on this side of the driveway here. And so yeah, it's really sloped, really tough to mow. So we're gonna take out the turf today, using the sod cutter and everything, and then we're gonna install a whole bunch of topsoil and compost and all that good stuff. So making this into a flower bed, tired of mowing on this incredible slope. Everything's done now, the lawn is taken out. We installed a whole bunch of soil and then a bunch of compost on top of that. And then over on that side of the driveway, we put gravel just for a parking area. But no more lawn on the steep incline. Some rhododendrons, azaleas, strawberry plants are planted throughout the whole thing for ground cover. A little bit less maintenance. Everyone's a little bit winded right now. Just moved these 10-foot arborvitae in the backyard here in Bellingham. We make it like a wall, privacy wall along here with these arborvitae. 10 feet tall, 600 pounds each. Not easy to get through a 24-inch fence. So we'll put those in, make a nice privacy hedge. Up in Semiami today doing an irrigation install. This client did not want anything above ground, so no drip lines even, or sprinklers of any sort. So what we actually did is got this what's called aquapore tubing, soaker hose, and what we do is we just trench it a couple inches below surface of the soil, run it wherever we want, and then as the water is turned on, it just seeps throughout the pores of this hose. So gardens all throughout the back here. We got the solid pipe that's not aquapore to go underneath the pathways and channel the water, transport different places. You can see we started to dig out the channels where the piping will go. And this is a really easy setup, really easy to install. We got basically just do it right to the spigot of the water pipes. So we got 4 of these guys, see here. And then you got a really nice timer, the whole bit, very cheaply to install, much more cost effective than a regular rotor system or another type of irrigation installation. But today we are taking this wall, retaining wall, we're gonna extend it down to the end of the fence there and make it into a flower bed. So right now it's about 3.5, 4 feet tall. Let's extend it all the way down to the end of that fence and then backfill with some good garden blend so that she can put in a garden behind this wall here. All right, day 2 on this project, just finishing it up. Installed this, extended out this wall here. A little bit tricky because the old wall wasn't exactly straight, so I had to kind of jerry-rig some of our fittings that went into here. Make sure it's all flat and everything. Got it going, and back behind here, got to clear all this stuff out today and install good soil, make it into a nice bed, and finish things up. But just about done the actual wall installation. Then we'll get rid of all this soil and get a good garden looking. Just wrapping up the wall right now. Got all the garden blind installed behind, got the filter out of there, and just wrapping things up. We were 1 block short on this corner, but we'll get it finished up tomorrow real quick. Just wrapping things up right now. Today we are doing a drainage installation. What's going on here is this is a very low spot in their front yard, our client's house here, and there's a bunch of water that gathers here. They want to make this a parking area. I got several vehicles they need to park there. So what we've done is we marked this line, and this line is where the culvert goes for the main ditch. So you can see there's a ditch over there, and then on the other side of the property there's a ditch over there. Underneath here is a culvert. What we're going to do is dig down to it and install 2 drains, and then install a parking area. So you can see here we got our culvert coming out here. And what we're going to do is dig down to that culvert, install 2 drains, and then a parking area of gravel. We're going to install 4x4 edging, and then also tie in their perimeter drain from that downspout to these drains. We're going to put catch basins there and a catch basin right there. All right, some progress is being made here. We've got the catch basins installed. You can see here, 9-inch catch basin. Water will collect in here. Now we got 4-inch perf pipe, and you can kind of see we connected it to the big culvert that goes underneath their driveway and all the way down here. Now we're installing the 4x4 treated lumber as a nice edge along the parking and the grass. Just installed the 4x4 edging, and now here at the bottom of this downspout, we dug down and we actually found there is a perimeter drain. However, for some crazy reason, they didn't hook it up to the downspout. So we're just going to basically put in one of these T junctions, and then we're going to run a 4-inch pipe up to here and install this little guy, basically just like right like that. The 4x4 treated wood is in now, and we got these galvanized stakes every few feet. You're just leveling this out, and so it's nice and sturdy, nice and solid. Good edging between the grass and where we're going to put gravel now for the parking area. And there is the final product. Got the edging in, gravel installed. We got road fabric underneath here, so there's not going to be weeds. And then we got these catch basin drains. You can see they're a little bit lower than everything else. That way all the water will drain into them. And then also we attached all their downspouts down to the perimeter drain, which empties out into the ditch. And so we were able to dig down, connect that. And so yeah, looking good. All right, so we got Monday morning here and a 1-day job that we are installing. You can see we've already got the paint lines down. We're installing a lawn, driveway, and putting some undulations in here with some fill dirt. Just creating some dimension, installing some plants, and trying to make this place look a little bit nicer. It used to be very flat with a bunch of pavers and things like that, but it's just the only part of their front yard that really has any sort of landscape appeal. So we're trying to add some green and a little bit of grass. All in a day's work. Got it all finished up. Raise that back part, put a boulder in there, plant some nice plants, get a little bit of definition and volume with these raised beds, and looking good. Got some wire in there for some low voltage lights that'll be set up, and there it is. This week we are working on this project over here in Ferndale. It's kind of in between Ferndale and Lynden. Lawn has not been in the greatest shape, so we're going to tear the whole thing out. We're going to regrade it. You can't really tell, but it's pretty angled right now going down into this field. And so we're going to build this all up and then put topsoil in, hydroseed it, We're gonna remove all the old turf and put new stuff in. Same thing for the front yard. The side yard is going to be a wood chips for a playground right here, and then in the front yard, same thing. We're gonna take it all out. We are going to replace the soil base and then put in some good turf. You can see here, it's just kind of beat up, lots of moss, thatch, kind of hard pan soil, not a lot of good topsoil. So we'll replace it all, get a couple inches of good topsoil put in here and make this place look good. Hydro seed's getting installed, and then in the front yard here, everything's been graded, leveled off, old sod taken out, new topsoil putting in, and now we're using these pavers to make some edging around this little retaining wall here. You can see now how the grade is a lot flatter, no longer a big drop off, that way the kids can play here in the backyard. Much nicer playing field here. Just wrapping up here at this job, hydro seed's all installed. Wood chip area here, this is light brown wood chips. This is where we're gonna have a playground area. Up front here, we've installed this edging between the mulch and the front lawn area here, which will hydro seed. And we've installed these are actually pavers. However, what we've done is basically install it around here so that they can put their mower up on top of here and mow around here just fine, and edge as well. Just gotta create some wedges now, fill in some of these gaps. Same thing here in the back. We got some edging with the drain rock and cobbles up inside there, and backyard much flatter than it was before. Over in Birch Bay today, and we are going to be installing a lawn here. Just a whole bunch of weeds, really bad soil quality, so we're going to grade this out with a track loader, put in a bunch of good lawn mix topsoil, put a flower bed along the house there, and get this looking good. Put some gravel out there too for parking. Couple hours and we have graded everything out. New soil getting installed here. This is a lawn mix topsoil, so you got it all nice and grade and ready to install some good soil. All in one day's work here. We got the gravel installed up front here for a nice parking area, 12 yards of lawn mix topsoil installed with some flower beds for these plants, and then in a couple days get over here and hydro seed the whole thing and get a nice lawn going in here.